Hi, this is Dale Shields, pastor of Church of the Redeemer, and thanks so much for joining me today for our devotional time. Really glad that you're part of this. I want to talk to you today about two words, repairing and restoring. You know, occasionally I like to watch some television programs that depict the restoration, the repairing and restoration of old cars. Usually they'll find an old car somewhere, maybe in an old barn, and somebody buys the car, and then they end up sending it to a garage or to their own garage, and they begin the work, the process of bringing it back to its glory. And that usually involves at least two things. Generally, there's some repair work that has to be done, and then out of the repair work comes the restoration work. The repair work involves straightening the frame and redoing the motor and various things that are broken, getting the attention that's needed. The restoration work involves doing the upholstery and the paint job and all those things that bring it back to what it would have looked like when it came off the showroom, perhaps many years, decades before. There's a restoration process, but it's preceded by repair. The Bible talks to us about the power of God's work in our lives to repair us and to restore us, and what that should produce in us. Psalm 14 verse 7 says, "Who will come from Mount Zion to rescue Israel? When the Lord restores his people, Jacob will shout with joy and Israel will rejoice." What I love about that verse is this. The Bible says that when God shows up in your world to repair you and to restore you, your response needs to be a response of praise and worship, a response of gratitude, a response of rejoicing. Even when you see the process beginning, it may not be completed yet, but even as God begins that process of restoring, repairing you, there's time to rejoice. See, God is at work making your life better, bringing you back to wholeness, and that's something worthy of our worship. Can I encourage you today? Go ahead and rejoice. You may not be everything you want to be right now, but God's at work in your life, repairing you and restoring you. It's time to rejoice.